Your 16-month-old's brain is in high gear right now. They're learning an average of 2 new words every day. You may not realize this because their receptive language, that language that they hear and understand, it comes in before their expressive language, the words that they speak out loud. But they are listening to you and they are learning so much. They're also advancing their ability to compare and contrast and are even starting to predict the next step in a sequence. So for example, when you go to the grocery store, there's an order you follow. You get them out of the car seat, you walk them through the big sliding doors, and they sit in the shopping cart. But if you forget something in the car and have to go back, they're actually going to notice that the sequence changed. This is higher order thinking, and we built everything in this play kit to support the level of cognition your child is capable of right now. Here's how. Let's start with this pull puzzle. It doesn't look like a puzzle, but it actually is. So your child needs to fit these 3 cylinders into the base like this. And as they do it, they're going to pull these cylinders behind them, the whole pull toy, and the cylinders will spin really fast and make a fun color pattern. So if they spin faster as your child goes faster, and the top barrel, it spins in a different direction than the bottom 2. So this is a next level pull toy. Now, onto the Copy Me cups. Your toddler is ready to start following 1-step directions like touch your nose. The ability to follow 2-step directions emerges on average around 20 months. So these cups stack into place with this satisfying click. And this might be the best way that your child will want to play independently at first. And here's how to play together. So you pull a cup from the top of the stack and you role model for your child what it shows. So in this case, it's pat your head. So you pat your head. As your child watches you, they're going to want to join in. And then see if they can take a turn doing what the cup says without you modeling it first. When you're done with the cup, you can just put it on the bottom and then take the next one from the top. And you can work up to combining 2 or more cups together for more advanced play. And over time, they're going to get lots of practice, naming body parts and pointing and following multi-step directions. This race and chase ramp is going to be the star of your playroom for years. What makes it so fun is that there are 2 ramps side by side. So you can use this to support early speech development by saying, ready, set, go, and together release both cars at once. And because this could be a multiplayer activity, it's a great toy for play dates and an early lesson in turn taking. We feature this ramp in a beloved book 2 play kits later about the drama of a play date where 2 children struggle to share the cars. Children don't really understand the concept of sharing until around 4, but this book and ramp can start to set the foundation. Also, getting the cars to go down the track is a challenge for your child's fine motor skills because they have to orient the car so that it rolls. We also designed and tested this to be the funnest and speediest track out there. Next, I want to show you the wooden stacking pegboard. So one way to play is to stack up. And your child is going to want to make really tall towers that eventually lean over and fall down. And another way to play is to insert the pegs into each one of their holes. So toddlers have this really high desire for completion. So see if your child will want to fill all the holes with all the pegs. This is also a great tool for number learning. So at this stage, your child is starting to understand quantity and they're subitizing and identifying quantities visually without actually counting. The Play Guide and the Lovevery app that come with every play kit will give you more easy to follow activities with this pegboard for early math learning and language learning and motor skills. This fuzzy bug shrub is a favorite travel toy because it's self-contained with so many open-ended ways to play. So to open the shrub, your child will use one hand to hold the canister and the other hand to open the lid. So this is actually pretty tricky. So at first you might need to open the lid for them and then they're going to work to close it. Finding the bugs inside is so much fun, and so is peeling them and sticking them on and off. Occupational therapists love the fuzzy bug shrub because this play builds so much finger strength and dexterity. And then this is the Threadable bead kit. So threading beads onto a string, it might seem a little advanced for your 16-month-old, but you might find they're actually ready. So here's what could happen at first. So your child holds this part too high, and then when they try to get the bead on, try to get a bead on, they actually can't get it to thread and there's nowhere for it to go. So what you can do is offer your child this skinny washer bead first, because it's the easiest shape. So they can start to thread and figure out how to alternate their hands so they hold it here, and then they can use this hand to let it come down. So these wider beads require a lower hand placement down on this peg. And so eventually they're gonna figure out how to get all the beads threaded and figure out how this works. This is a great kit for extended independent play because your child will be so focused on problem solving and driven to get the beads on again and again. Now I want to tell you about this book, Max and Nana Go to the Park. It's a really simple story, but an emotionally charged story that your toddler can really relate to. So, Max is having so much fun, but oh no, he trips and he falls and he gets a boo-boo. And then after a bandage and some comfort from his Nana, he gets up and starts playing again. I was talking last night with a friend who said her daughter absolutely loves this book. She chooses it over and over again for bedtime, but she cannot look at one of the pages. It's this page, where Max gets his scrape. 16-month-olds are already developing empathy, and research shows that books with strong social, emotional storylines can help your child build even more capacity for empathy. They're gonna feel it. Don't be surprised if they want to look away or they want to return to this page again and again. This book is going to stand out as a lasting favorite. Your play kit comes with this play guide and the Lovevery app because there is so much to know about your child's development, but the information can be hard to find, especially if you don't know what you don't know. So we took all the research and distilled it down into just what you need to know at this stage. You'll have access to information like what will happen and when, and how their brain is developing, and what they're eager to do and to learn, and how each item in this play kit can support their development right now and for months to come.